Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a video for you all about MyFitness Pal and tracking macros. If you are feeling overwhelmed with tracking your macros and trying to figure out how to plug in the puzzle, this video is for you, and I am going to share some of my tips to help make MyFitness Pal easier to use, and hopefully you will feel confident with tracking and confident with using MyFitness Pal after this video. So I'm going to switch over to share my screen and we're going to go from there. Okay, so from here I have MyFitness Pal pulled up. I click on my diary and I have already pre-entered my coffee creamer because I already know that I'm going to have coffee creamer every single day. So I go ahead and enter it in for the next couple of days when I sit down and track out my food. I have entered in the lunch that I ate today, which was a chicken fajita with lettuce and bell peppers and avocado. Tonight I am cooking some pasta with some squash from our garden. Now, here's the point where you start to figure out your puzzle. I suggest entering in the foods that you know you're going to eat, you know you're going to cook it. If you've planned out your dinners for the week, enter in your family dinners. If you know that you're going out somewhere, or if you're going to order, Chipotle for lunch, or, go to your favorite pizza place, whatever you know you're going to do, go ahead and enter that first, because it is easier to work backwards from your macros than trying to figure it all out from square one without entering in anything. So from here, when I click on the calories remaining tab, it will pull up your calories, your nutrients, and your macros. Now, it is important from here on out, I want you to share with me your nutrients screen, because if you see here, my macros are pretty balanced based on what I've entered already. I have my carbs pretty close to the goal, the fat is pretty close to the goal, and protein is close to the goal. And while that is a good thing to have a balanced pie chart, if you go to my nutrients tab and the calories tab, you can see, sorry, my daughter's classwork is getting graded. You can see that I am not eating near enough. If you go back to my main page, I've only eaten less than 700 calories today. That is not eating enough to fuel my body and fuel my metabolism. I need to turn on Do Not Disturb on my phone, apparently. Okay, so coming back to nutrients, this is the key screen that you want to see. I still need 74 grams of protein, 138 carbs, 39 fat. Now, in the back of my mind, I've already thought, you know what, I could probably add some meat to my spaghetti sauce to up my protein. I have a lot of carbs today. I can enjoy a yummy smoothie. Fat is kind of moderate and not as hard to reach. So normally I look at my protein and carb goals first and then kind of watch my fat. So I'm going to go back to my dinner and add in some meat. I'm going to do ground venison. I'll probably have about 3 ounces. Why is my phone? Okay, 3 ounces here. So if you see, that already brings up 22 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat. Then I'm going to make myself let me see where my blendables is. I'll make a smoothie. I'll make the whole pouch. Oh, not 13 pouches. Wow. Oh wait, no, there's 2 of them. So that's 38 carbs right there. I'm going to make it with some coconut milk. I make it with unsweetened vanilla coconut milk. And I'll go ahead and add some protein powder. And let me show you how to use the scanner. You're not going to see me walking, but I'm going to walk to my pantry and Do you see where the barcode is right there next to search for a food? I'm going to click on that. Here we go. So I am going to add in my vanilla protein. So you literally pull up the barcode. It's going to search for it. It shows that I have 20 grams of protein there, 5 grams carbs, 2 grams of fat. Now we're getting closer to our goals. So I've added in a smoothie with some protein powder. I've added in some meat for dinner. Now I'm going to click back on my nutrients tab. We're getting a little bit closer. I still have 32 grams of protein left, 94 grams of carbs, 28 of fat. This is where I utilize the app Macro Cheat Sheets. Look, it's already open there. So if it's not open for you, from your Today screen, go to Nutrition, click on Macro Cheat Sheets, and this is where you can find a good source of resource for filling in those puzzles. So I have some fruits here that are really high in carbs. I could increase my pasta serving. I could add in some green beans or another vegetable. Then here on protein, again, I could up my protein. I could add in on my pasta. There's been times where I like to add in some hemp hearts. That's 10 grams of protein there. So knowing my options, I'm going to go back, or I could have a snack. I could have some turkey, rolled up turkey. I could have a boiled egg. It's really up to you at this point to figure out how you want to play with filling in your puzzle. But again, it's a lot easier for you to work backwards with these smaller numbers than it is to feel like you have to start with the large numbers first. So I'm going to play with it for a minute. I'm going to stop talking, and I'll come back and let you know how I updated it. Okay, I am back, and I have increased my pasta serving to give myself 1 cup of pasta. I've increased my marinara sauce and a little more squash on the side and added the hemp seed, so I am closer on my nutrients, but I am still lacking some grams. So I've decided I'm going to make some eggplant parmesan as a side for my dinner, and I'm going to show you how to import a recipe now from online. So these are some recipes that I have saved already. Meals, my foods. So if you click this plus sign up here, it will pull up either quick add, scan a barcode, create a recipe, create a meal, or create a food. We are going to click create a recipe, and you can either enter your ingredients manually if you are making the recipe yourself, or if you pulled the recipe from online, this is where you're going to enter the URL. So I have a recipe here from Pinterest. I'm going to copy my recipe, paste it here, and go. It's going to pull up. Ooh, look, that looks so good. We just picked some eggplant from our garden, so I'm excited. So I'm going to import the recipe. It's pulling up the ingredients. Please make sure we have all the ingredients. It's missing the eggplant. I have 2 eggplants, so I'm going to add in 2 eggplant. Is it 1 word or 2? I don't know. Okay, so it's going to map the ingredients. It has pulled up some crumbs, the cornmeal. I do not have vegan Parmesan cheese, so I'm going to delete that. Japanese eggplant, 1 cup cubes, 2 servings. If it doesn't look like it's right, you can pull it up here. So 1 raw eggplant. It's actually 2 of them. So okay, so I'm going to add the ingredients. Oops. Or click the arrow, add the ingredients. So right now, this is where you choose how many it's going to serve. We're going to have 5 people, or if it makes more than that and you're going to have leftovers, you can enter however many servings, whatever the recipe calls for. And let me see. You're going to click save. So now you're going to have your recipe here. You're going to pull it up and add that in to your numbers. Leave it as 1 serving. So now I've added in my eggplant parmesan along with these here. I still have some carbs to go, some protein to go, and some fat to go. It's considered a good day if you're up or minus within 15 grams of each goal. So protein is pretty darn close, fat is pretty spot on, and carbs is still a little bit low. So I'm going to figure out now what I could eat to fill in those carb macros. And it could be something as simple as eating a banana, because I know bananas have a high amount of carbs. A mango. Ooh, I do have mango in my fridge. So let's go to a snack and add some mango to my day. And look at that. I am a lot closer than when I started. So basically, I left the screen with, I have a little bit of wiggle room on the macros, but the video's already been long enough, so I wanted to stop the screen recording and hop on here and encourage you in your macro tracking goals and practicing. It does take practice. It does take a little bit of time. All in all, it probably took me 10 minutes to sit there and plan out my food. And yes, if you're used to not paying attention to what you eat, then that can feel like, oh, I don't want to have to sit there on my phone and figure out the macros. But I can promise you that you will feel more successful with it, and it will start to become easier the more that you do it. The more that you start to learn what products have which macros, the moment that you plan out your day ahead so that you don't get to the end of the day and figure out that you're way over on 1 gram and not enough in another. Yes, it takes some time. Yes, it takes some planning, but we do have lots of resources. If you need to text me, message me and say, hey, you know, this is what my macros look like for the day. What can you suggest that I add to it that would help? And it may just be adjusting your serving size, or it may be adding something in or taking something away. It just takes some time to play with it. So I'm asking you to give it that time. You started this program to change your body, to change your lifestyle, to change how you're feeling, and paying attention to what is on your plate and properly fueling your body is the key. So I don't want you to miss that. I want you to feel encouraged with this video. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. And I hope it does help if you're feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm tracking macros. I still don't understand what a macro is. That's what I'm hoping this video does. So hope y'all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.